What's going on, guys? It's your boy Sir O'Neal, aka Working Man T Troy, and welcome back to my channel. As you guys may or may not know, I bought my first home and multi-unit rental property in Brooklyn, New York by the age of 26, and I created this YouTube channel so that you can do the same. As you guys already know, in my past few videos, I've been documenting the steps that I took to purchase my property in Brooklyn. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I want to see more people in my community start to purchase more real estate, because it's very important. And a lot of people in the community don't purchase real estate for a few reasons. And one of the main reasons is the fact that either they don't make enough money, or they literally just don't understand the home buying process, or they don't have good credit. Now, this channel is going to tackle all of those things. So I thought the best way to start this channel is to talk about each and every step that I took to purchase that property, so that others could benefit from that as well. Now, the fifth step in the home buying process for me was deciding what type of property I wanted to purchase. Now, when thinking about this, the first thing I thought about is where I wanted to live. I had to decide where I wanted to live. Initially, I wanted to be in Brooklyn. I was dead set on being in Brooklyn. I didn't want to go anywhere because it's Brooklyn all day, every day. Like, I wasn't with nothing else. When I was looking at the properties in Brooklyn, Brooklyn was way too expensive at the time, so I had to make some adjustments. Even though it was Brooklyn all day, every day, I'm like, actually, I gotta head out of Brooklyn. So I started to look in Jersey, because Jersey is pretty close to New York, very close to the city. So it'll be easy for me to get to work, and it wouldn't be a lot of issues there. I can get to Brooklyn and on the weekends or stuff like that. So Jersey was like my next best option, just so I can get something as cheap as possible, because I looked at Queens. Couldn't look in the city because way too expensive. Didn't look at the Bronx because, you know, the Bronx. I don't really like the Bronx that much, so I decided not to go with the Bronx. So that's why I went to Jersey. I was looking in Jersey. Found a bunch of places that I really liked. The prices was much better than New York, but upon doing some research, I found out from the precinct themselves. I literally called the police precinct to get their thoughts on the neighborhood for someone who's not from Jersey. And basically they said, if you ain't from here, don't come here. And that was not a good sign for me at all. I told her that I'm from the hood. I don't care. I can pretty much live anywhere. And she said, listen, man, if you want to make it easy for yourself, you probably don't want to come to this part of Jersey. Look in other parts of Jersey, but don't come to this part. I'm not going to say what part of Jersey that was, because I don't want to blow up Jersey like that. Shout out to Jersey. You guys are mad cool. Jersey always showed me love, so I'm not going to put that part of Jersey on the spot. But if you think you know what I'm talking about, if you know anything about Jersey and you think you know what I'm talking about, you can drop the name in the comment section below, and I may or may not let you know if that's the place where I was looking. But anyway, long story short, that really made me think about things. I decided not to pursue that place. Plus, the health crisis started, so I had to take 5 steps back. So I had to go back to the drawing board, and I was looking at different places in Jersey, and I started to look in Brooklyn again, just because I really wanted Brooklyn to begin with. But the problem with Brooklyn is it was very expensive. It was very expensive, and it was very, very hard for me to meet my criteria of the type of home that I wanted. And basically, when I say the criteria of the type of home, I really mean deciding what type of home that I wanted, where that home was going to be, and things that had to be included with that home. And basically, for me, my criteria was I needed a 3-family, because I wanted to get that additional rental income, because house hacking is a must for me. When I say must, it was an absolute must. I wasn't going to buy a house unless I can house hack, because honestly, this is my first of many homes. And if I can't make any money off of it, why get it? Because the house could be your biggest liability, or it could be your biggest asset, depending on how you treat it. And if you treat it as a business and house hack that sucker, it could be a great asset. So that's why house hacking was so important to me. So now my deal breaker was I couldn't be in front of a school, because it was too many kids. I don't want to deal with that headache, especially a middle school or something like that. I just don't want to deal with the headache. I don't like running to kids. Nothing wrong with kids, but I like my peace and tranquility, and kids are known to mess up peace and tranquility. So I was actually looking at a place in Brooklyn, and it was literally right in front of a school. I didn't know that it was in front of the school when I saw the place on Zillow, but when I went in person, I saw it. I'm like, oh man, the place looked nice. It looked okay. It was decent, but the problem was it was in front of the school, and not to mention it was also a 2-family home that they were trying to market as a 3-family, but I wasn't going for that because I did my homework, did my research. I knew that it was legally a 2-family and not a 3-family. And on top of that, I think they wanted $900,000 for that, and I was like, one, it's in front of the school. 2, it's a 2-family, but they're marketing it as a 3-family. And 3, it's $900,000. I was not doing that, so I did not go with that deal at all. So those were my criteria. I think that you should create a list of things that's important to you before you even go out and speak to a real estate agent. So like I said, you want to have a list of must-haves. So what are the things that you need to have in the home that you want to purchase? So that could be a garage, a parking space, it could be certain amenities. It has to be in a neighborhood that's really close to like public transportation. For example, that was one of my must-have also. I needed to be in a community where that was very close to a public transportation, because I don't drive and I have my driver's license and all that good stuff, but I'm a city boy, so I don't really like driving that much. Plus all my friends have cars, so it's like if I'm going out in the nighttime to like a club or anything like that, one of my friends are always driving, so it was definitely not needed for me to drive. So I don't want to spend that additional money if I don't have to. So I want it to be somewhere that's close to public transportation. Plus I work in the city, and in the city in New York, everybody knows, I would assume, that parking is absolutely terrible. And if I pay for parking, I'll be paying at least like $100 a day, and that's absolutely not happening versus hopping on the subway for like $2.75. So a neighborhood close to public transportation was very important to me, so that was a must-have for me. So you can make your own list of your must-haves, your would-be nice, and your absolute deal breakers. And again, a would-be nice would be something that would literally just be nice. Whatever you decide that might be, like a garage or something like that, you can put that on your list. Now, next I'm going to show you one of the places that I looked at in Jersey. And I will say this, the places in Jersey, the properties look so much better than New York, because New York, they're going to charge you an arm and a leg for a box. Like literally, you're going to have to pay like $500,000 just to live in a box if you don't do your due diligence. Luckily enough for me, when I was doing my research, like I said, it was so expensive. I wanted a 3-family. A 3-family is considered to be a unicorn in Brooklyn. Basically, that means that it's very hard to come by, especially at a reasonable price. And the reason for that is a lot of property owners are making bank on 3-family homes. It's basically small enough not to be considered as a commercial real estate, and it's big enough for you to get a decent amount of income from it depending on where you live. So for example, where I live, I have a 3-bedroom on the 3rd floor, a 3-bedroom on the 2nd floor, and the 1st floor is a 2-bedroom full-size basement that's finished. I have a backyard and a parking space. And for the 3-bedroom on top, I can get anywhere from $2,500 to like $2,800 for the rent. Same for the 2nd floor, and the 1st floor, because of all those things that's included, I can get upwards of $2,900 to $3,000 for that. So that's why you can see it's very beneficial to have a 3-family home in Brooklyn, because you can make a lot of money from it, plain and simple. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Make sure you smash that like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It helps it out greatly.